Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society. My name is Gert Retief and I think I am a whiskey snob. Let me explain. How did I get to the determination that I am a whiskey snob? Is after the OSWA Awards, the Online Scotch Whiskey Awards, I went through all the categories. I made a video with picking all the winners, all the different categories. One of the categories was the blended Scotch whiskies or the blended malt whiskies for 2021. And of course, the winner was the Johnnie Walker Green Label 15-year-old whiskey. And you must also realize when I grew up in South Africa, Scotch was most predominantly blended Scotches. So I grew up with blended Scotches. Single malts was something that you did not even know about. So when I started working, if you had Scotch, maybe it was the Johnnie Walker Red Label. If you have a little bit of extra money, maybe a Johnnie Walker Black Label, then you'll be considered to be fancy. And so I always had a cheap type of blended Scotch in the house. So that is something that I got used to over the years. And it was always not a fantastic dram, but of course you buy that you can afford. So when I moved here to Belgium, it changed a little bit. I started seeing so many different whiskies available in the market. And I got a little bit used to the single malts. I get used to the more expensive ones, sometimes a little bit too expensive. So of course, with me traveling a lot, I always go to the duty-free shops in all of the countries. And I go straight to the whiskey sections and I see what is on offer. And most of the time it's the Johnnie Walker Red Label, the Black Label, and of course all of the other permutations that they have. And it's something that in the last 5-6 years, I just walked past them. The snob in me came out because I'm looking for the special single malt whiskies, the better known whiskies with regards not to the most sales, but whiskies with regards to a little bit of prestige behind the name. And so I kept on bypassing it. The memory is still with the Red Label and the Black Label. Didn't even know or touch the Blue Label. Very expensive in my country. So with this OSWA Awards, of course, the Johnnie Walker Green Label 15-year-old won the category of the Blended Scotch Whiskey Awards. And of course, I was a little bit intrigued. So I went online and to find out if I can get a sample bottle of the Johnnie Walker Green Label and some other samples as well with regards to the OSWA Awards. So I was quite intrigued. And I got a bottle of the Green Label to give it a taste. So today I was online, we were watching a live stream. And in the live stream, we were discussing all the different type of whiskies. And one of them, the subject on a Green Label came up. And everybody was saying, wow, that is quite a nice whiskey. And they all loved it. And of course, the snob in me came out again. And I was not sure if I would want to go back to the Johnnie Walker blended Scotches. So I knew I had a sample, took out a sample, and I poured a little bit in a glass, and I kind of like it. And I poured a little bit more, and I liked it even more. So eventually, I was half in the bottle, and I thought I need to stop because I still need to do the review. So tonight, I'm going to talk about the Johnnie Walker Green Label. It's a 15-year-old blended Scotch. Cheap as chips, but 40 euros here in Belgium. And it is bottled at a decent 43% ABV, which I am quite excited about, that they didn't go for a normal 40% ABV. So I was quite interested today when I started nosing it and tasting it, and I realized it is actually a fantastic dram. So I closed the bottle quickly, put it away, and I waited for a perfect opportunity to do a quick review on it. So the Johnnie Walker Green Label on the nose. Cheers. And the first thing that I am quite surprised is the fantastic nose on it. If my memory takes me back to the Johnnie Walker Red Label, even the Black Label, I have this memory of a very sharp, very big hit of alcohol, that unrefined, sharp alcohol note. And I was so surprised when I picked up this one. And the first thing that I get is a lovely floral, apple notes, fruity notes, light, pleasant notes, no harsh alcohol notes coming out. A lovely green Granny Smith apples. It's got a sweetness to it. And then the apple was going into a little bit of a creamy toffee note. And then I also get a hint of a vanilla at the back. And again, there's no harshness of the alcohol that comes out. So it is 15-year-old, and I suppose the snob in me could not put the two together. The Red Label, which is a no age statement, comparing that to a 15-year-old, of course, it's a huge distance apart, but I was stuck at this blended scotch cannot be a good scotch, which was actually a very stupid thing to say and to think. So lovely on the nose, on the taste. Cheers. Lovely, sweet caramel, toffee notes, and a hint of oak in the back. And this is where it falls a little bit apart from me. So the nose was quite nice, pleasant, but on the taste, it is lovely. Don't get me wrong, I do like it. But that is that. I get the sweetness, I get a little bit of a toffee note, or maybe a caramel toffee mixture. A little bit of a creaminess as well, but that's that. I don't get any other flavors out of it. The alcohol also very decent. I will not add any water to this one, but it is pleasant. And I think at 40 euros for a bottle, and for a 15-year-old, seems to me a very good price. That's something that I think a beginner would also enjoy. Look at the snob in me coming out again. But it is actually pleasant, but it's not overly complex. It is not something that you need to analyze to drink it. Pour it and drink it and have a good time with it. So pleasant. I will definitely recommend it. If you haven't tried the Johnnie Walker Green Label, give it a try. Score-wise, I will give it a 80 out of 100. And I think it is a decent score for this one. It is a whiskey that is pleasant enough so that anybody can enjoy it. You can walk into any of the shops and you will find a Johnnie Walker Green Label. So my final thoughts on this one, give it a try. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.